Hello all and welcome back. Today we continue the ranking of the MCU phases and we're now on Phase 5 and we're including both the movies, series, and specials. Remember guys, just my opinion and not the right opinion. Last place, I Am Groot Series 2. Like the first series, it's a watchable, fun bunch of animated shorts for kids, but not for me, and that's all I can say about it. 16th place, The Secret Invasion series. I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's not good either. It's a series about Nick Fury stopping the Skrulls, and really is Secret Invasion in name only, as the comic was a big, epic Avengers-level event. It's just fine and forgettable, with Nick Fury as usual being a highlight. The Skrulls, both the good and bad, are cool with the introduction of Super Skrulls, which I liked. Action, costumes, effects, and soundtrack are all fine. 15th place, The Marvels movie. I love the three main heroes being Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel, and the Monica Rambeau Captain Marvel, aka Photon. They're great together, and I love the switching during the action scene, which were great. The villain was crap and forgettable, and I don't even remember her name. Costumes, special effects, and soundtrack all fine. And like the previous entry, it's just fine, and it feels like so much got cut. The best part was easily the multiverse after credits scene. Joint 13th and 14th place. What If, Series 2 and 3. What happened to this series? Series 1 was epic and a great use of the concept, but after it just felt shallow and very hit and miss. And why did they invent new characters and not do variants of existing characters, which was the point? The animation and designs are good though. 12th place, the Echo series. This series is nearly good but should have been a special. Echo as a character is fine, but this series really shines with the villainous Kingpin now back for more. Action, costumes, effects, and soundtrack all decent, and I enjoyed the Native American family parts of it. The best part of the series was the fight scene Echo had with Daredevil in the opening episode. Wish we had gotten more of Daredevil in this series. 11th place, the Agatha All Along series. When this series was announced like Echo, I thought it should have been a special. However, I was pleasantly surprised by this WandaVision spin-off about its villain Agatha. The stuff with the witches was awesome. We got the reintroduction of Wiccan, and Death made for a cool villain. It's a fun series with its good action, costumes, effects, and soundtrack, and the first good entry on this list. 10th place, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. People will say this should be lower, but like the previous two Ant-Man movies, I just had a blast with this one. Scott Lang's Ant-Man is a joy as always, with the Wasp being awesome and the introduction of Scott's daughters Cassie as Stature. Also, Hank Pym and OG Janet Van Dyne get a lot to do in this movie. The highlight of the movie is the villain Kang the Conqueror, who for the most part was awesome. MODOK, aka the returning Yellow Jacket, was a funny side villain also. The action, costumes, effects, and soundtrack were good. The highlight being the final battle, however, it made one mistake of making Kang lose at the end, which is why Kang has been replaced by Doctor Doom as this saga's big bad. Overall, a good fun movie in my opinion. 9th place, the Ironheart series. Again, thought it should have been special, but this series really surprised me. Riri Williams' Ironheart is good throughout, with the final suit being awesome. The villains like the Hood and Ezekiel Stane are decent, and the Mephisto reveal at the end I loved. Action, costumes, effects, and soundtrack were good, and I hope we see more of these characters in the future. 8th place, Captain America: Brave New World. I think this is an inoffensive, good fun action movie. Sam Wilson's Captain America is cool. He even has his own Falcon now, who I like. I loved the villains being the leader who finally emerged, set up way back in the Incredible Hulk and Red Hulk, aka President Ross, stole the show easily. Also, the Serpent Society were in it, which was fun. It's a good, consistent, competently made movie, with the highlight being the Captain America versus Red Hulk fight at the climax. I do think in hindsight it should have been an Avengers event movie like last two Captain America movies. 7th place, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Series 1. Now on to the great stuff, and yeah, this is a great Spider-Man series. It works as a what-if spin-off just for Spider-Man, with him meeting Norman Osborn and not Tony Stark in the MCU, kind of. I can totally see this Spider-Man being played by Tom Holland, which is why I love him. There's plenty of villains too, like Scorpion, Doc Ock, and a Venom symbiote. Plus, Daredevil, voiced by Charlie Cox, appears, which is a plus. Forgot to mention, there's plenty of Doctor Strange stuff as well. The animation is gorgeous, and I dig the soundtrack too. Only thing holding this back slightly is it feels like the first half of a series and not a full series, so I look forward to Series 2. Sixth place, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Like the previous two Guardians movies, this was great also. The team are back and as awesome as ever, even wearing more comic-accurate costumes. Gamora is an alternative timeline Gamora, which I thought was interesting. Adam Warlock was finally introduced, who was just fine. The villain, High Evolutionary, was awesome and so hateable, and the best villain of the trilogy. And the action and space setting were awesome as usual. Soundtrack was another retro banger. I was mostly satisfied with the endings, but wanted Star-Lord and Gamora to get together. Fifth place, Loki Series 2. Just as great as Series 1, having everything great about that series carried over and felt like Part 2 to this Loki story, and it worked well. And the ending with what Loki becomes was perfect, and I cannot wait for his return, and hopefully reunion with his brother Thor. Fourth place, Thunderbolts, aka the New Avengers. Essentially the Marvel's Suicide Squad, and yeah, this movie was awesome. The team itself of ex-villains, now anti-heroes, was awesome, with the Yelena Black Widow and Red Guardian being awesome, and the standouts in U.S. Agent and the Winter Soldier was awesome as well. Ghost was okay, and Taskmaster was wasted, literally. The villain, Paul, aka the Sentry, aka the Void, was amazing, and can't wait to see more of him, and Valentina was good also. The action, costumes, effects, and soundtrack were all awesome, and I really cannot wait to see this team again when they return in Avengers Doomsday. Third place, Deadpool and Wolverine. The first God-tier entry, and yeah, I love this movie, and it gave me, as a fan, stuff I've wanted for years. Deadpool and Wolverine are awesome as always, with Wolverine finally getting his yellow costume with the cowl, something I've waited for over 20 years. Their dynamic and fights were awesome throughout. I want to give props for the fan service moments, like having a brief Wolverine versus Hulk scene, which I appreciated as the first comic Wolverine was in, he was fighting the Hulk. Also, it was a little based off the Old Man Logan comic, which is my favorite Wolverine comic story. And we got a Age of Apocalypse Wolverine variant, which was cool. The multiverse cameos were amazing, with Chris Evans, Johnny Storm, the OG Sabretooth, Pyro, X-23, Gambit, Elektra, and OG Blade. Cassandra Nova made for an awesome villain, and we got a lot of the TVA from the Loki series. Everything about this movie rocks. Second place, X-Men 97 Series 1. Damn. As a follow-up to the X-Men animated 90s series, this worked and not only matched that series, but I think was even better. The X-Men characters were improved and made more layered. Magneto, the Sentinels, and other villains were also improved. The animated was better. It used the classic soundtrack and HD awesome action, and Apocalypse cameoed at the end to set up what I hope is an awesome Series 2. Top place, Daredevil Born Again Series 1. This may be a hot take, but I think this series was just as amazing as the original Daredevil run on Netflix. Charlie Cox Daredevil and Vincent D'Onofrio Kingpin are finally reunited, with even the John Bernthal's Punisher also returning, along with other characters including the villain Bullseye, now fully in his Bullseye persona, who battles Daredevil in the series opening, which was absolutely epic, perfect, and shocking. Also, Muse, a newish villain from the comics, was introduced and was pretty good. The action, costumes, and soundtrack all amazing and on point. The ending, where Mayor Kingpin essentially starts to hunt for vigilantes, was awesome, and a perfect setup for an even better Series 2. With this series, as well as continuing the 90s animated Marvel Universe with X-Men 97, and having the OG Fox X-Men back for some final movies, as well as everything about Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, it feels like Marvel is listening to its fans, and I feel like Phase 6 will be a second peak. and DC and Star Wars need to take notes from Marvel currently. Thanks for tuning in. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter at @TheEasyNerd. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, this is The Easy Nerd, signing off.